Okay, here's an update on the Hetzer. I've been working on the exhaust, and I guess when this Hetzer first came out, it was done by Spearhead, and they had a really nice resin exhaust that came with it, but that got lost along the way, and part of it turned into white metal castings, and some of those are still used. But by the time Blitzkrieg put it out, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but they were just throwing in some copper tubing. I got this piece, and I already cut this piece to length when I was experimenting, and they threw in some elbows. And of course, since it was made in Britain, this is metric. This is 10 millimeter tube. And if you look, one of the white metal castings is on the end of the exhaust here. And if you take the 10 millimeter tube that they provide, I mean, it's that's like 13 millimeters across there, and they give you a 10 millimeter tube, and this is the elbow that they want you to use for the final exhaust on the muffler. Yeah, okay. I think by the time Blitzkrieg got done with these, and the guy that I got it from got it, I think quality control was pretty much out the window. Now, I'm still in touch with the guy I bought it from, and he's a pretty cool guy, and he's kind of keeping track of this too. So anyway, that wasn't going to cut it. So I went down and I got, you know, what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to run the exhaust. I'm going to attach my smoke unit. There will be a pipe going through here that I can attach my smoke unit to, whatever kind of smoke unit I decide I want to use. I might use the one that Kevin Granum was playing with a couple of years ago on his YouTube channel, because that thing looked like it'd really do the job. But anyway, I'm going to run the pipe. I'm just going to run pipe all the way to the end, copper tube. Okay, so it took a while. It was a journey to find all this stuff, but I got the right size tube, and I'm gonna, like I say, run solid tube all the way to the end, and I'm gonna run it right through the exhaust as well. I'm gonna put an elbow in here. I can pop this cap off, and I'll have to get this mostly attached with this. Just, you know, I'll have to, I don't know how to explain it. I'm going to have to glue a lot of it at the same time it, you know, goes in, and we'll see how it works out. But I think it's going to work pretty good. So this is going to be pretty much what the final system is going to look like. I can give you a good shot of that. Okay, it'll start here with what I've learned is called a street elbow. And the copper tube goes straight through the muffler. I'm not going to bother to fill the muffler with smoke. Then it'll come up to the 45, and then there's the first of the white metal castings, and I got the tube that, you know, properly fits it. And there's the second of the white metal castings, and then underneath that cover, as you saw, was the 90-degree elbow that'll go down, and there'll just be a stub pipe right there that I can attach whatever smoke unit I want to it, you know. Obviously, it's going to have to be something with some cojones. I don't think a stock hang-long smoker out of a 1/16 scale tank is going to do the job on this one, fellas. But we'll see, and we'll get it right. So I've also been working on more of the details, and I'm not a rivet counter, but I want to get every detail correct that I can. So I'm thinking that if I want these to look right, they give you the spare track links as white metal castings. Let me turn this so I can see what you guys are seeing. Okay, they give you the spare track links as white metal castings, and they have the bolt heads on the end. So when you just stick them together, you know, they look like they got rods through them. But I'm thinking I should remove this one and drill that out. What do you guys think? I think that'd be more correct. Okay, so I've also got to start on the framework for the paintball cannon. And what I picked up was some 5/16 key stock, and it's fairly hard, but it's not too hard to work with. I put a file to it to see, you know, before I bought it. The guy in the hardware store looked at me kind of funny when I asked him for a metal file. He said, "Why do you want that?" I said, "I want to see how hard it is, because, you know, after a few years you can do that sort of thing." But this is going to be the framework for the paintball gun. It'll be a frame within a frame. So the outer frame will have posts at the top and will provide traverse, and the inner frame will have posts like laterally, and that will provide elevation for the gun. I still have to make the trunnion for the paintball gun, but I want to make the frame first and fit it to the inside, and then I'll fit the trunnion to the frame, and I'll go more into that on later. I've got a pretty simple design in mind for that I think is going to work out pretty well. So that's where we're at on the Hetzer, and we'll see you next time.